brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The kick by Maher is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5 now. Brady. And Brate, the tight ends. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Cowboys have recovered. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Tolbert.
Up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Brady going to throw. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Succop's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
Dallas always tries to load up with guys who can stretch things downfield. Their latest pickup is wide receiver Jalen Tolbert at the University of South Alabama, who brings a well-rounded game to the field, and he uses it there to pick up a first down.
Now a throw here to his running back. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got room. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
A first down throw for Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Elliott. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Second down and goal. Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. Marr able to put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 29, Brady. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jack Rabbit Jenkins. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The kick by Marr is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 2nd and 10, Brady, he completes it to Julio Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a catch right side by Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Brady looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Osa Odighizuwa busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady, man open, here's Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady on the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Brady's going to sneak it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 38, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it with Elliott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. To about the 26 here.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play action now. Prescott escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This for a 4th quarter lead. The kick by Maher is good, and they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. A shotgun give to Fournette, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And Brady will sneak it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll give the Bucs a first down. Brady gives this to White, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans, 30 yards. And the Bucs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott swinging this out for Pollard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one complete. Elliott. He did it again. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Gosh, given the time and the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Here's Prescott. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. Finds White. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's got room at the 30, down to the 10. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To throw, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Dak. Able to find Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Dak. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One last shot now for Prescott. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more